Good afternoon, everyone. This is Grey Wolf, Grey Wolf's Gaming Corner, and I just wanted to showcase what a good reward vehicle looks like. What a reward vehicle that's put in the game. It's relatively balanced. Maybe a little. I don't even want to say it's not OP. It's balanced. It's got the open turret. It's got a lot of weakness. It's got almost no armor. It's got a great gun. It's fast. And it's sneaky. It's a good TD. It's a good TD. And it was put into the game like this. And part of the reason they did this was not just as a veteran's reward, but it was also to kind of make people remember the old Hellcat back at Tier 6 when it was OP at Tier 6. And basically they put this thing in with close to the exact same stats. And they said, I just hit my mic. They said basically... Just imagine Grey Wolf sitting at his computer and making all kinds of hand motions and swinging his arms around in front of him like you see most 40 to 50-year-old men do these days. That's me. Anyway, point is, it's a really solid TD. It's a solid reward for players. Anybody can come into the game and immediately they can benefit from the speed that this thing has, the accuracy of the gun, the reload rate of the gun, the concealment value of this tank. I'm not saying they're going to understand how to use all those features. I'm saying with a little basic understanding of the game, though, any player at any level, free player, premium player, Watt Plus, whatever, any skill level will benefit from having speed, from having a good rate of fire, from having a gun that does reasonable damage for the tier, that puts out decent DPM. This thing does all that. And this tank came to us a long time ago. I don't even remember exactly when they gave us this. I want to say, off the top of my head, it was like 2016? Maybe earlier, 2015? I don't even remember. I know it was, mid or earlier in the 2000s. Point is, it's a phenomenal tank, and they did this years and years ago. So they already tried this once, and for a while it worked. A lot of people came to play this tank. A lot of people enjoyed it. It still has a huge following today. You'll see 2 or 3 of these things in the queue all the time. So fast forward to 2023 for the holiday ops, and they give us Patton the tank. You've already got a really raw comparison right there. Yeah, this is a tier 7. That's a tier 9. Fine. But the general structure of the giveaway hasn't changed any. And there's no reason why you would need to make one worse than the other, tier for tier. It doesn't make any sense. So somebody explained to me why wargaming would think it's a good idea to put a tank in the game. It's got very, very limited statistics. It's got a good gun. It's got a decent gun. I'll give it that. The gun's not as accurate as it could be, but it hits hard and it's solid. It's not terrible. It doesn't fire wildly all that often. At least it hasn't for me. It seems reasonable. So, as a matter of fact, let's go look at Patton the tank. So I'm not just talking out of thin air here. So average damage 400. Good damage. Average penetration 242. Good penetration. Not great, but for regular rounds 242 is fine. Premium rounds 300 average penetration. 1067 shell velocity. They're heat rounds. Awesome. All that's awesome. Aim time 2.29. Not great, but not terrible. For a medium tank, kind of terrible, but not the worst. 0.37 dispersion. Actually, that's pretty good. That's okay. That's middle of the road. So just on the gun statistics alone, 10 degrees gun depression, great. 20 degrees elevation, okay. Gun rate of fire, crap, right? It's pretty slow for a tier 9 to have this gun and only fire once every 10, 11 seconds, right? That's terrible. That's not. I don't know if that's the worst. It's one of the worst if it's not the worst. But that's terrible for a medium tank. So to fix this thing and make it balanced would only take a few tweaks, right? You've already got a decent turret. Get rid of the pimple on the top. Put like a T32 bubble. What you call it? Blister cupola on there, and call it a day. You don't need a machine gun mount on it. Serves no purpose. Just makes it huge. Just put a regular blister hatch on there, and I don't care if it's based off a real turret or not, and no one else will, because this tank ain't a real tank. So just stop playing the games and just make it work. You don't need to match. My point is, you don't need to match the exact styling of an existing vehicle. You guys have already come up with stuff purely out of schematics with no visible examples, and you've had no problem with it. So yeah, take this thing out. This ugly pimple on the top of my head, above the "Thank You Veterans" sign. Take this off, and let's put this guy right here. Old school, best school. Put this little guy here. So that's the first change I recommend right there. Replace this with the one that's on the Patriot or the T-32 or whatever, any number of tanks. So get rid of the pimple. Step 2, to make Patton viable. Step 2, let's see. There's a couple of things I have grief with, but let's look and see. I think the speed is okay. It's not great, but you can make it work. You just can't. You're not a fast medium. You're just never going to be a fast medium, and that's fine. If they want to leave it that way, that's fine. Improve the dispersion values. I think the dispersion's a little bad on this. Improve the reload rate, the rate of fire. So improve the reload, improve the dispersion values when turning the turret, and improve your aim time. Drop it to like 2. Drop it to 2 seconds. Drop the aim time to 2 seconds. 2.0. 2.0 aim time. Let's set this at 8 seconds for reloading. And then get rid of the pimple. Give it the old school blister cupola. And then where there she is. And then other than that, I would say increase the reload by roughly 2 seconds. You can even keep it at 8.73. Let's drop the reload by 2 seconds. Make it 8.73. So drop the reload by 2 seconds, or at least a second. Like give us something on that, because it's slow. It shouldn't be anything over 9 seconds for a medium tank gun. It doesn't work. You could even drop the average damage to 390 and drop 2 seconds off the gun loading. How about that? How about that compromise? Penetration's fine. Regular rounds. What's our velocity? 1,067. Regular velocity, shell velocity is fine. So make the dispersion values better when traversing the turret and when moving the tank. Make those slightly better. You guys can figure out where that needs to be. And then improve the rate of fire in the way that I mentioned, and get rid of the ugly blister, get rid of the ugly pimple on the top of the tank. Replace it with the standard old school American blister cupola that was on the T-32. It's on 90% of these tanks before you guys added the newer stuff. It's on the Eagle. It's on the T-32. It's on the Pershing. Just give it the old style. And heck, honestly, if you guys wanted to, you could give it the old style turret. You could give it the old style turret. I would not mind that a bit, and I bet nobody else would either. That turret is awesome. But you don't have to do that. This turret's fine. Give it the old cupola. I don't think this turret's quite as good as the old turret, so I think it's kind of a balancing, and that's fine. And you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to improve the hull armor. You just leave everything else the same, and those 3 improvements, this tank would be balanced. It might be even a little good, but it wouldn't be like overpowered. Not with the amount of hit points it has, not with the horrible hull armor it's got, not with all the other factors. So, summarizing once more, so everybody understands what I'm saying. Replace this machine gun turret up top here, this cupola with the machine gun. Put the old school cupola up there. Put it on that style turret. Put it on the new style turret. I think it would look really cool. It'd look different. It'd be a lot harder to hit for sure. Make it a little bit stronger. I'd say 200 millimeters maybe, 175 at least. And then reduce the time it takes to reload. So increase the rate of fire to about so that the reload is 8.73, we'll say. So 2 seconds. Take 2 seconds off the reload time. I don't know what the rate of fire and stuff would go up to. I'm not doing the math. But yeah, take 2 seconds off the reload time. Don't need to mess with mobility. It's fine. It's a little slow, but we'll deal with it. Maybe improve the ground resistance just a little bit, but it's fine. And then, so change the cupola, change the rate of fire, and the dispersion. The dispersion values on the gun make them a little bit better. And that's it. That's it. Maybe a 20% or 15% improvement on the dispersion values across the board on each of those. And let's see what that looks like. So reduce the reload time by 2 seconds. It's a tier 9. It doesn't need a 10-second reload. If you want to drop the alpha damage a tiny bit to like 390, fine. I'll take that trade-off any day. Reduce the increase the dispersion, or reduce the dispersion on the tank when the turret's being moved and when the tank's moving. Make it better. And the tank's traversing, make it better. Make it about 10% to 15% better. And then lastly, totally lost my train of thought. So lastly, get rid of this thing on top here. So rate of fire increase, dispersion value improvement, and get rid of this stupid pimple on top of the tank and put the old school cupola on there, which is on a ton of other American tanks already. And that's it. That's all you need to do. And I think you'd make this a better tank. You might bring some more people in with that. You'd give your new players a fighting chance at tier 9. They'd love you for it. And the tank should be about this game should be about making your community happy so that you get more people in your community, so that we don't have the 3-minute queue times that we have now when it's not a peak time. But that's my 2 cents. That's what I'm saying. I am going to play a quick game in the Hellcat now that we've gotten all that stuff out of the way. Just to give you guys a quick... You've seen me play the Patton, the tank. So we'll play the old Hellcat. And I probably should... I'm just going to throw everything up. Because this tank benefits from you taking risks. It's the type of tank it is. People will ask me, they'll say, or they'll ask in YouTube videos I'm watching, they'll say, hey, is the Leopard 1 a good tank? Or should I take the Leopard 1 versus some other medium? Or like, at tier 10, should I take this tank that's got no armor take it out of the Leopard 1 context? Should I take this tank that's got no armor but an awesome gun, is extremely fast and sneaky? Or should I take this tank over here that the gun's not as good, it's more of a brawler, but it's a good brawler and it can do everything else? Well, there's no right answer there. One's not better than another. It depends on what your playstyle is. If your playstyle is super brawly and you like to trade hit points for opportunities, then you're likely going to favor something, at least early on, that has a bit more armor and a bit more ability to brawl and not take damage with every shot that's pointed at it. The Leopard 1 We'll just use that example because that's one of my, I think that's my first tier 10 medium. Maybe my only tier 10 medium. But, or no, it's not. I got the E50M. But the Leopard 1 is that kind of tank. It's a different kind of tank. It's any shot that's fired at it's going to go through. It's got 30 millimeters all the way around. I think I bounced an HE shell in my Oho off of a Leopard prototype, and I didn't understand why, and I still don't. I think I must have just hit it on a super angle or something like that. But in general, those things won't bounce anything, and HE will just tear them apart. But they're extremely fast, they're extremely mobile, they're extremely sneaky, and they have an awesome gun with an incredible rate of fire. So they're really good sniping tanks if you can get into a spot and just unload on people. So I'm gonna try something here. I am gonna try to go up on the hill in the middle here. See if I can get up there. But yeah, Leopard 1 versus like an E50M, it's a totally different type of tank. What do you play to? Do you play to, the occasional ram, and you want a really deep DPS medium, but you want one that's able to take hits in the turret, and it's just different types of tanks. Has more hit points. Different tanks for different people. It's like different hobbies for different people. So if fast and lightweight and no armor is how you want to play the game, and it favors your personal style. Oh yeah, see, I gotta get up there. Go. Okay, I'm up, guys. Whether I hold it or not, I don't remember switching to premium routes here. Whether I hold it or not, we'll see, but I'm up. Now the key is, once you're up here, now see, I'm in a, you got more armor than I do, dude. Stupid E25. The key is not to get spotted, because the chances are some of them, or none of them, M6 spotted me. Yeah, see, I don't want to get peppered by people out in the... Yeah, no, I don't want to get peppered by people out in the field. If you want to take that spot, that's fine. I'm not going to lose hit points over it. The problem with this hill is a lot of times if you try to spot the middle, if they have a good spotter, what happens is you get picked off from the middle of the map. And we don't have anybody spotting the middle, actually, which is a problem. I may have to try to go out there and do that. I'm not afraid to do stuff that's best for the team, even if it's not the best thing for me at times. I'm hoping he'll push this guy's butt back out. Yeah, that's what I wanted. But yeah, I'm not afraid to do stuff for the team if I need to. And it looks like we may need to... Let's help out with this E25. Okay, good deal. So we got rid of the E25. Wonder if I can... If I get spotted from the middle, it means there's somebody over there where there's no bush cover up top here. Which apparently there is not. So let's see if we can Let's see if we can get some damage from up top here. I'm trying. I'm looking. If somebody lights somebody up, I'll shoot them. Oh, come on, guys. Don't die in the corner. See, now somebody like might find a spot where they can get down right here and try to sneak around. Oh, I was trying to light him off, but it didn't happen. Oh, I'm loading all these premium rounds. You know, it seems like maybe there's nobody looking. This might be the stupidest thing I can do, but... Okay, so there's guys over there. Oh, I'm spotted from somewhere. I don't know where. Where am I spotted from? I'm gonna sit and wait until somebody else helps me push the corner here. It's gotta be somebody right on the corner here. There's gotta be a firefly or something right on the corner. Ah, shoot. Well, at least I got the fire out. Oh, let's see if I can get undercover before I get blown up. Okay. Oh, talk about barely getting the fire out in time. This guy is a sneaky little get to get out that spot. Okay. Well played. Well played, M4. Ouch. I mean, somebody had to take the hit, but I took 3. And an engine fire. Well played to him in that tank. I am honestly shocked I did not get completely blown up by that. It's an after Christmas miracle. Oh, let's see here. Oh, really? Really? I did no damage hitting him in the hull like that? You're going to tell me? I did no damage. Okay. Oh, I do not like my engine being out. Come on, guys. It's 10-6. All we got to do is work together here. All we got to do is work together. Oh. Almost got me, Schema. I think I can sneak out here and get... Yeah, Get one into him. Two into him. So other than my blunder of driving out in front of being spotted, I kind of wanted to take the hit. I probably should have just drove around the corner when I got shot, but my engine being on fire, I knew I didn't have long before my tank would go up in smoke. So I usually I'm pretty quick on the draw getting the fire out, and that time I kind of hit the wrong key first, so a bit of panic on my part. Decent game. I mean, for I haven't played this thing in forever. Didn't know what I was doing on that map, but not too shabby. But yeah, this tank, I mean, going back to my point before the match, wargaming right here. You've got a schematic for what you need to do as far as when you give us a reward tank, how it should be balanced. Nothing wrong with the Super Hellcat. Still a very capable TD even today. I don't think it breaks the game. I don't think anybody make the argument it breaks the game, but it's very good at what it does. And everybody's got it, so it's not like anybody can't just jump in and play it. Same thing with the you could have done the same thing with the Patton. Made it decent, maybe even a little good. You're giving it to everyone. Nobody has an unfair advantage. Everybody's got the same tank. Don't be so afraid of making changes like that, because in the past, you've put some ridiculously monstrous tanks into the game. Let's talk about the Waffle Trogger, or whatever, Waffle 100, E100. That thing was a monster. I personally found it hilarious. I thought it was awesome that they put something like that in the German tree in the game, because the old meme used to be, if it's not Russian, it ain't good. And honestly, if it's German, it's going to be terrible. Like that was the old meme. And I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, the way you guys had the Tiger 1 at one point, the Tiger 2 at one point, that the Tiger P is still there, was atrocious. It was awful for those tanks. So yeah, there definitely felt like there was some anti-German tank bias going on. So, moral of the story, so to summarize, fix this guy. Not hard to do. Just going to keep repeating that as I make more videos. But yeah, fix Patton the tank. Increase the rate of fire. Remove the pimple off the top. You put the turret from the T26E5 on there. Or not turret, but the cupola from T26E25 or T26E5 on there. Also the Pershing, also 100 other American tanks or whatever, other mediums. Put the old cupola on there. Increase the rate of fire, and reduce or increase the dispersion rating, whatever. Make dispersion better. Make the aiming circle not go nuts every time you rotate the tank or move the turret. Make it a little bit better. It's not horrible, but it needs to be a little better. Those are my 3 changes. That would make this tank more viable, more playable, more noob friendly, which is what you want in a tank that you're giving away, and you're putting new players into tier 9. You may as well give them something they can do something with, even if they don't know how to do it yet. That's my take. That's my opinion. I hope you guys stayed through for the whole thing. If you didn't, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And if you have any comments, any feedback, any disagreements, you want to call me an idiot, whatever, put it in the comments. Fill my comments with your opinions. I'd love to see them. And I'd love it if you like my videos. If you would like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel right now. I want to increase my outreach in the community, and I can't do that without you guys' support. But I wish you all a good Saturday, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys.